Hello, my name is YounsikJang. In this video, I'd like to compare and make some critics on Hofstede study and the Globe study. We cannot discuss cross-cultural issues without mentioning these two studies. Hofstede's cultural dimension was done in 1960s and 70s with 5 cultural dimensions. 20 years later, Globe study was done with 9 cultural dimensions, which were actually modified and expanded from those of Hofstede's. Hofstede studied more on Asian countries, whereas the Globe study, they studied more on European countries. Hofstede chose only a single organization, IBM, around the world with 88,000 non-managerial employees, whereas Globe Study they chose about 951 organizations with 17,000 managers. Hofstede was the only researcher involved in his study, whereas in the Globe Study there were over 170 researchers around the world, including House, were involved. In terms of divisional aspect, Hofstede saw Germany as one country back in 1960s and 70s. Also, African continent, he saw only 3 areas like East, West, and South Africa. However, in the Globe study, they saw South Africa, Germany, Switzerland into 2 areas in respect of their ethnicity, political notion, and the language they speak, because those 3 aspects would make difference in the dimensional study. Additionally, the focus of the Hofstede's dimension was more on to thinking and social action. In the focus of Globe study were about leadership and organizational effectiveness. There are several confusions to talk about. First and foremost misconception many people make is that we can use these Hofstede's in the Globe study onto individual level directly. It is not true. We cannot use it because these 2 theories were done at the national level, therefore we cannot directly use those to the individuals. However, Hofstede's and the Globe study, they also regard those national collectivism as individual collectivism, which is a bit confusing. Globe applied uncertainty avoidance onto people, and also the definitions of power distance from those 2 models were based on the individual's characteristics, not the national characteristics. Additionally, the uncertainty avoidance, the score shows us the opposite between those 2 studies that make for other researchers to study further based on these 2 studies. Are they useless then? The answer is no. Hofstede study and the Globe study are fundamental area that's about cross-culture. We can use these 2 studies at the national level to compare other national aspects. We may use to that explain individuals' behavior as well, but not to conclude. To sum up, where do we go from here? A simple application of the national characteristics is onto individual characteristics is invalid. Therefore, we need more variables to research, like ecological, geological, or individual aspects. In terms of business context, incorrect conclusions about the people based on these 2 theories should be avoided. Therefore, when we study cross-cultural aspect, based on Hofstede's and the globe study, we need to have critics in our mind. That's all for my video. Thank you very much.